Hello, welcome to the Naked Tarot channel. My name is Mario, and I just decided to launch this channel to share a bit about my passion for tarot. I am making this video on the 11th of January of 2026, which is the 1111 portal. 11th for the day, 1 for the month of January, and 1 for 2026. So when you add all the numbers, it is reduced to another number 1. So this means 2026 is a year 1. And so I felt inspired to make a video today of the number 1 card in the major arcana, which is the Magician. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the energies of this card and this archetype. So here you have the card. I'm using today the Tarot Marseille. And take a look at the card. The Magician as an archetype is, I'll tell you what this card reminds me of and the energies as well. So the character in this card, as you can see, is quite young. So it's the energy. This card invites us to connect with our inner child. And what do I mean by this? Remember when you were young, and you had lots of dreams. You used your imagination a lot. You believed in magic. You believed in fantasy. So whenever you see this card or you get this card on a tarot reading, I would invite you to connect to these energies, feeling young and not being afraid to let your imagination run wild. So it's the archetype of the Magician. It connects with the identity of the artist. So it also invites us to be creative, like I said, to use our imagination. So if you take a look over here, he's got this little table with some trinkets and tools. The objects themselves represent the 4 elements in astrology, which is fire, air, earth, and water. So these elements are represented here, and what he's doing is he's using these elements to create alchemy and to create something, basically. So he's also got a wand, as you can see. So he's using the wand to channel the energy from the sky, from his imagination, from his ideas, from his mind, into the material realm. So he's making, in a way, his dreams, his ideas, his fantasies come true, and making them a material reality in the physical world. That's the symbology in this card. So whenever I see this card, it's a reminder from the universe telling us that we have all the elements and all the tools and whatever we need to create the life that we desire. It's an invitation to use the resources we have at hand to create what we like, what we want to see, what we want to manifest. So also another interesting thing to point out, the hat that he's wearing, it resembles the infinity symbol. Again, the idea here is that our imagination is infinite and we can create whatever we can imagine. We can manifest it using the resources that we have at hand, and we can basically create the life of our dreams. So yeah, this is a very young energy, this card, as I mentioned earlier. If you're doing something creative, if you're touching your creative side, your artistic side, and let's say you're a bit stuck for ideas or imagination or inspiration, and you come across this card, it is an invitation to, I would say, try to connect with your inner child. And a good tip is to go back to the dreams, the fantasies, the ideas, the passions that you had when you were young, and tap into that as a source of inspiration for your projects, for your work, for your life in general. So yeah, this is it really, what I wanted to share with you. So I just started this channel. I plan to share my interpretation of the cards and some of my practices, and connect with whoever finds this content interesting. And I'm gonna be sharing some spreads, yeah. So some rituals as well. I wanna be sharing some rituals. So watch this space, join, like, comment, and let's take it from there. Otherwise, I wish you a very magical 11-1-1 portal and a magical 2026. And remember to connect to the energy of the magician. Thank you. See you next time.